Is this thing on? Let me know if we fix the issues back here. It's the beauty of live production. But don't worry, we rocking and rolling. You're not taking down my Friday night vibes. Dogpatch, we're stoked. Oilers sucked last night, but they're going to kick ass tonight. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Let's do it. If it was easy as putting the finger on the fader, buddy, the Oilers would win more. We wouldn't have technical issues, but it ain't that easy. And sometimes, for them, it's a group of 20. That's all got to be pulling the rope in the same direction. Right?
You got to dig in. You got to dig deep, and the boys found a way to do it. But okay, all right, we've already killed enough time. Quickly, we'll touch on last night's hockey game. I don't want to do it, but we need to address it. It was a putrid effort. Blowout from the beginning, literally 90 seconds into the hockey game. It sucked. Cursed from the get-go. 3-0 in the first period. 5-0 at one point. You look at the box score. Jarheads, it was a tough one for them. 20 saves on 27 shots, 741 save percentage. We looked at Money Puck, and it said he was negative 3.7 goals below expected. They were being generous because all of the other analytical models had him at least 4 goals. I went and looked at the expected for all situations on Money Puck. This was actually a 1-goal game in expected goals.
Good, yeah.
That was not the case if you have the goaltending. Obviously, we touched on it more than enough last night. It was Panic City. I regret not being able to hear any of your voicemails, maybe even my own co-host voicemail at one point. Missed opportunity from everybody there. We had the Calvin Pickard discussion. There's been the waivers discussion, which had cold water thrown on it. Shout out to Jason Greger. Tyler also said it first on ONE that, oh no, the Oilers, they cannot put Tristan Jarry through waivers. They cannot send him down to the AHL. It's not allowed. It's not possible. He is here for good. Now, he's not going to be here this evening. This is a pregame show. I don't even really want to spend that much time on this. The phrase we used a lot last night was borderline unplayable. The more I slept on it, I went, no, Aaron. It's straight up unplayable. There's no borderline about it. Menzies takeaways from the game last night.
Well, until the next time he plays, which will be at some point next week, probably. It'll be interesting how they manage this situation because I remember it was after Pickard. In November, they're like, well, was that Pickard's last game? And then he played 8 more. You know what I mean? Like
Rich Winter told us the entire time what was going to happen.
Last night was the 5th time this season they've given up 7+ goals. The 3rd time they've been beaten by 5 or more. So, look, it wasn't good. And as we know, this is a back-to-back. Oilers have been okay in back-to-backs this year, but the Blues are also on a back-to-back, and they actually traveled further than the Oilers did tonight to get to St. Louis. So, but you see it there. I mean, it's every other game next week, and yes, Ingram will have that rest in between days, but Knobloch has not really rode one goaltender exclusively before. He might be forced to, but I think they're going to look to Jarry's going to play. There's going to be times where when Jarry plays here down the stretch, this is going to happen.
See, you're more in that camp than I am because I look at that schedule and
I don't want
there's
it to
no
happen.
reason. There's no logical reason. You couldn't, any amount of brain activity when you look at that schedule goes, there's no, barring injuries, barring anything that could happen. And even in that sense, I would rather have Calvin Pickard be called up. Brett, do you have the Greger tweet here so the folks can get an exact look at it? So he said, for those asking, they cannot send Jarry to minors for Pickard. Only players who were on AHL roster before the trade deadline are eligible to be sent down to the AHL. So the Oilers could still recall Calvin Pickard, but they would have to carry 3 goalies to do that. They have done that at one point earlier this season, so who knows? Anything is possible. The good news, there's only one more back-to-back the rest of the way, and Connor Ingram is back in the crease this evening. Shout out to him. You think you're going to rattle Connor Ingram's brain, literally and figuratively? No way, man. He was never in concussion protocols. He was pulled from Tuesday's game because he was leaking, and they pulled him due to that reason. They wanted to have the concussion spotters on him, but he was never actually placed in it. He was on the bench last night for the Oilers. That was one. I also loved that Jarry just had to wear that one the entire time. You know what I mean?
No one's here to save you. not even the 18 skaters in front of you who didn't show up either.
Oh yeah, I was quit on pretty early. Once again, you're down 5-0. No, you're a professional athlete. You got to find a way to do
Look,
it.
they did battle and obviously create the scrums and everything, and this can be like our last words on it because there's more pressing news
It's a
here.
pregame show.
But they did at least create scrums. They did get emotionally involved, which they hadn't done in other blowouts, this season. So that was good to see. And the team, we'll see how they respond to getting shellacked. And like you said, if they win this game, look, the road trip's a success. They're 3-1 on the trip. Everyone would have taken that heading into before, but considering they started the trip with 2 victories, if it goes 2-2, the feeling isn't going to feel so good if they don't close out on a high note against the Blues.
If they were to grab 2 points tonight, this road trip is a massive success. We joked that Ty and Liam set a successful goal of 2-1-1 on this trip. So, if tonight goes the way it should, and the Oilers should beat the St. Louis Blues, you look at their rosters, you look at the difference in the standings, this could be a successful road trip, but it's also a swing game because if it doesn't go their way, feels like last night magnified a little bit more. But at the end of the day, last night is just one game. And I understand I have sat here in these loser seats and my loser talk all year long. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's a Patriots hat for those of you who are wondering what I'm wearing right now. Yeah. I fucking power through that one. My blood just instantly, I'm like back into football season and ready to just go at it again. Either way,
Strangle
the
me?
Giants fan over here can quiet down for a quick second. It's if you win tonight, you've exceeded expectations on this road trip because you've been playing some of the best competition in the entire NHL. That also needs to be a part of it in last night's game. Yes, the Stars are without Mikko Rantanen. They didn't have Rupe Hintz, also Radek Faksa, Tyler Seguin, but they are the second best team in the entire NHL. They're basically top 10 in every single metric. And for positivity's sake, there was things to like about the Oilers game. I checked Natural Stat Trick. I believe they only allowed 9 high-danger chances against Dallas. They allowed 7 goals in the hockey game, which we're not doing that again. We're not getting back into who's at fault for that. Against Colorado, they only allowed 6 high-danger chances, and they took it to the best team in the entire NHL. And the beauty of a back-to-back is you can just Men in Black, erase it from your memory. You got no time to think on it. The 2-hour rule we discussed. It applies to wins. Rule. Menzies, it applies to losses.
Applies to relationships.
Oh. Let's unpack that for a minute.
You can read into that however you like. 2-hour rule.
Pause. Time out. Quick 20. As for the enemy, though, tonight, that's another part that, you look record-wise, you would feel confident against this Blues team, but of course, they have to be playing some of their best hockey that they have played all season long. Right now, they're red hot. They're 3-0-1 since the NHL trade deadline. Those are their numbers on the season as a whole. Feels like 2 different stories because right now that does not apply to this team. But overall, you could see why they ranked 28th overall in the entire NHL on the season. But since the deadline, and it was very publicized. They tried to get rid of Colton Parayko. It did not happen. They dealt Braden Shen out the door, some other moves. But, since then, dude, they've been unbelievable here. Their top line is tearing it up, featuring one Dylan Holloway, Snuggerud, and Robert Thomas. They've been getting good goaltending, not just from one, but from both. Jordan Binnington had lost 8 straight games from a stretch in January to February somewhere, and now he's won back-to-back games. And then the other guy, oh my, Ville Husso is just having an incredible run. He's 4-0-1 right in his last 5 against some incredibly good competition out there. It was Minnesota, Seattle, San Jose, Anaheim, Carolina, the same Carolina team that put up 6 against the Edmonton Oilers recently. Point being, the Blues, they're rolling right now. They just beat Carolina last night. Yes, Brett?
You mean Joel Hofer?
I know. I said it and it came out of my mouth, and I was like, that's the wrong H. That's the wrong
really
H.
Scared me.
Joel Hofer. I'm rattled after the audio, and now we got everything going. Either way, point being,
Jimmy Hoffa.
I'm out of here. Point being, Blues, they're kind of rolling right now, which is very weird when they're at a point, once again, 28th in the standings. They should be losing hockey games, but don't tell that to the guys in the room.
Don't tell that to the guys in the room. They're gunning for 9th in the conference because that way, in their Calcutta, They bought the Blues, the best team to miss the playoffs. They're gunning for that. They want it. Doug Armstrong can put that before he retires and hands over this team of a weird mixture of overpaid contracts and just a mismatch of what the hell is this franchise doing. They're gunning down for ninth, and you got to respect that. So 6-1-1 in their last 8. Stingiest team in the league since the Olympic break, and if not for really gagging away a 3-goal lead to the Islanders.
What a description.
They would be, winners of 6 in a row. So, no, the Blues have been playing well here lately. And look, the Oilers, when the Blues were in a much worse way back in November, blew a 2-goal lead to St. Louis. So, look, it doesn't matter who they're playing. It's about what they are doing.
The Oilers beat the Oilers most nights, it feels like.
We talk about, this team, and look at this lineup, and, they beat them at expected goals, but, look, it has everything to do with what this
Is that
Oilers...
your Bordzy impression? Is that the Bordzy impression?
No.
Is that what I sound like?
No, one Zachary Martin. No, it's about what they do, right? And, obviously, they've got some breaking news in terms of the lineup, with one of their key cogs in Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who's returning to Edmonton, seemingly for good news reasons, family reasons, adding to the family reasons, and Max Jones.
Oil to the max, baby. He's making his way. Jesus Christ, he's making his way back to the lineup. Shout out Paige Martin. She was the first one to have this. So Nuge, he's not in the lineup, gone back to Edmonton for what Chris Knobloch referred to as a personal matter. Max Jones is in. It creates an interesting lineup discussion, right? Because what do you do with that top line? And a top line that I'd say overall in the last couple of games hasn't overly looked like the Edmonton Oilers top line, and it creates an opportunity. Brett, you want to pull up the DFO lines from last night and what we saw? Michael Menzies, I'm curious, your opinion. What would you do if you were... Do it as your Chris Knobloch impression as well. I would like that. Take a big, deep breath in.
Think.
Because for me, I think it's my number one decision would be, okay, just throw Matt Savoy up there in that spot. It was presented in the den out here. Why don't you just throw 46 Max Jones on the top line? Yeah. Don't think that'll happen, even though we've seen Nobby throw Matthias Janmark in that spot at times. I think it's either Matt Savoy or Vasily Podkolzin, the way Pods has been playing recently. Also, newfound rocket boots attached to his skates all of a sudden. One of those two options, what would you do?
Well, we'll look at it, and obviously we've got some confidence with some of our guys, and Savvy's been doing well, and Pods too, and we've got some players that are going, and no final decisions yet.
We'll find out when they hit the ice in 5 to 10 minutes.
Final decisions, yeah. So, look, what I would do, I would put Savoy with McDavid and Hyman. That's what I would do. And I would keep it Colson with Draisaitl and Roslovic. And I would put Frederick on the third line with Kapanen and Szymanski, or Kapanen and Dickinson, and then play Henrique, Szymanski, and Jones together. That would be my lineup.
I think Max Jones for sure is going to be on the fourth line. Probably single-digit minutes to expect from him. You could also expect maybe one nasty-ass toe drag from Max Jones. He's always good for one every couple of games. Remember his first debut at the Oilers? He was throwing hits. He was toe dragging. He was making plays. Maybe we get a little bit of maximum Jones tonight in this hockey game. And then the other point, because shout out intern Tristan, he made some of the graphics. It wouldn't be an Oilers Blues game if we did not discuss. It's the only one of the 3 nights out of the year, I guess, I will allow Holloway and Broberg in the chat to be attached to each other. Thank you, Menzies. But there you get to look at some of the numbers. Dylan Holloway. So this Blues top line right now, it's Dylan Holloway on the left wing, Robert Thomas down the middle, and 21-year-old Jimmy Snuggerud. One of my favorite names in the NHL.
Why do you like it so
I don't
much?
know. It's just fun to say. What's the other phrase that I say? Bugaboo.
Greenhorn.
Green. Either way, that top line, they have they've been rolling right now. Those three guys have 11 goals and 28 points in their last 6 games played. Where did I get those numbers, Menzies?
I think the pre-scout on Oilersnation.com, written by yours truly. You've been reading my articles.
I have. Holloway is on a 5-game point streak at the moment. He's got 2 goals, 8 points in there. And you look at there, he's only played 42 games on the season. He has dealt with some injuries, something we as Oilers fans definitely know something about. This Blues team, they don't score a lot of goals. That was definitely clear in the graphic we showed earlier. So there's Dylan Holloway's numbers. He's finding his way on the top line. And Philip Broberg is officially
an overpaid bum.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, totally.
Excuse me. Sorry, his new contract hasn't kicked in yet. So right now he's an appropriately paid bum.
He's still good. Now, top pairing defenseman for the Blues. You see it there. He leads the Blues defense in points.
Wow.
Which, I mean, what is that really saying? But either way, he's career high, averaging over 23 minutes a night out there on the ice. Yeah, man, it hurts. I'll allow people in the chat tonight to bitch about it if they want to, because I hate it any other night. Brett, producer Brett, you've been here every step of the way. The enemies, the old friends are enemies now.
Evan Bouchard has as many goals as Philip Broberg has assists. That's it.
That's the notes.
Fair enough.
Pretty
okay.
good.
Thoughts,
I
feelings,
think
buddy?
Bouchard,
But I'm saying he leads the Blues defense in points.
yeah.
He's still good.
Oh, no.
What?
Sure.
Not arguing that. I'm just looking at this and we're sitting here going, And yes.
Why would we not do that,
we
though?
sit
Because
there-
Bouchard's good has nothing to do with Philip Broberg.
I know. I'm just, as somebody who grew up in the decade of darkness and sat there and saw Ales Hemsky with 53 points leading the Oilers in points, and then seeing other teams go, whoa, and that's what they can do, hey?
Yeah.
I just always sit there and compare stats. So, you know what? You're probably right, but I sit there as a former Edmonton Oilers defenseman and go, this guy, Evan Bouchard, also has, 50 assists? So...
Yeah, something like that. Top 10 in the NHL, I do
bad.
believe. In
Look,
stats
he
at the
wanted the
moment.
money, and the summer Jeff Jackson, and they squandered him. It was a huge,
an
colossal
all-time
failure of the organization. Don't get it twisted, but Adam Henrique's great.
And once again, the point we always need to remember, the spin zone I need to have, they put pen to paper on those deals. I do not blame them for that, but me, as a very simple-minded fan, I focus on that, and I go, okay, they are now the enemy, and they were once a friend, once an Oiler, always an Oiler. That does not apply to me until these two guys' career ends. I'll leave it at that. Let's go now. Need to know info, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, because only the finest tasting meat products earn the Wilhauk name. Made from 100% Alberta beef, their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They're glad they fill orders of any size, and you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products out of their Leduc location. And for more information, head on over to WilhaukBeefJerky.com.
Nuge out of the lineup for those that are just tuning in. We're gonna recycle it like a newscast here. Nugent Hopkins returning home, dude.
If you're just joining us, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins out of the lineup this evening. He's going back to Edmonton to what we suspect to deal with a personal matter, which we hope is a positive reason, but I don't know that for sure. Maximum Jones is called up and will play tonight, while Connor Ingram does get the start. The Oil, they're 6-2-2 in their last 10 against the Blues, and they are 1-1-0 this season. You mentioned it earlier. In November, they had a 2-goal lead. They blew it, lost 3-2 to the Blues. But the last time they played St. Louis, the mood board, baby, I was at 100, a 5-0 shutout. Nuge's 1,000th game, the back-to-back of the back-to-back. That didn't make much sense. Either way, it was an unbelievable time. The last time this happened on a Sunday night. Since then, does feel like the wheels have fallen off a little bit for the Edmonton Oilers. Brett, there was a lot of games played last night in the NHL. We didn't get to do our standings watch on After Dark, so give me the sound right now, brother. So with an Edmonton
It was
loss,
pointed out in the chat that once the volume was adjusted for that, chaos has now ensued with the entire broadcast audio. So it's all your fault, actually, because When it was a jump scare loud, we didn't have these microphone issues. I'm not saying it was said in the comments.
Everyone complains when everything's going well, and then everything goes bad, and now everything complains.
Menzies, how does Wilhock jerky compare to Hamel's? This is a very Lakeland, local question.
Let's try that again. Let's try and redo the curse here. I've bumped up the audio. Ask for it again.
Brett, give me a little bit of standings while you're in the Pacific Division race. Let's go.
Yeah, that feels so much better. It just feels so much better.
Menzies, the people, they want answers.
This is very interesting. I enjoy both. One of them has been to space. That's the Hamel's jerky.
It's been to space.
It's been to space before.
Trent, gotta get going, brother.
They would be my 1-2 jerky, of course, and I think they're both great.
Mute his mic.
I do kind of like Hamel's.
No,
I've
it's
never
muted.
had
It's
Hamel's.
muted. Stop talking.
We're not doing that because Wilhock Beef Jerky
Trent's
is the
great.
elite of all the jerkies. And yeah, Trent is just an absolute beautician. Throw it up for me. Western Conference playoff standings heading into this evening. So there's only 2 games being played tonight. The Oilers, they're one of them. The LA Kings, the other one as well. So, it was oh so close, right? Feels like a big loss last night. The Oilers back in 3rd place in the Pacific Division, 72 points. Vegas, they won last night. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. So now they're 2 up, same amount of games played. Still got 2 more games against the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to Vegas in like 2 weeks from now.
That's
It's
what I
gonna be
hear. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We're getting a printer, a stapler, and pens back.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. The trade fell through. Now you gotta give back. There we go. We're a little bit of haggling going on. The Ducks, shout out the Leafs. They finally won a game. You know, heading into last night, the Seattle Seahawks had won a game more recently than Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I'd heard that a variety of places. It became a very popular.
It did.
Very
I thought it
popular
was
stat.
astounding.
And a big reason why, because I was watching Pregaming and After Dark. That's why I knew that.
There you go. But so the Leafs, they beat the Anaheim Ducks. They didn't make any movement. San Jose did beat Boston. So now they are in the final wild card spot of the Western Conference. Obviously, Dallas beat Edmonton. Chicago beat Utah. So there you look. The Kraken 1 point back of the Sharks.
Fake
Sharks
news Kraken are sliding down the polls.
Like,
sliding
color
down
me
the
shocked.
polls. Unbelievable. We were all expecting it. They are fake news. And San Jose, as we kind of anticipated, has taken their spot. We're still a game in hand.
I'm going to give the Kraken credit. I can't believe it took 64 games for this to kind of start, for the bottom to fall out a little bit, because once again, all year I felt like this was, they're just not the same pedigree of team. I don't have the same amount of fear, which who knows? Clip this a month from now when we play them in the 1st or 2nd round and throw it back in my face. Right now, feeling safe when it comes to the Kraken, I will say that. Other lineup news for the Oilers. They did place Colton Dock on LTIR earlier today, according to Puckpedia. I don't know if I officially saw the Oilers put that out, but I would trust Hart Levine with my life, and I mean that thoroughly. Smartest man I may have ever met. You're the encyclopedia. He's the smartest numbers guy.
I wouldn't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers.
I
look at the polls and the ratings.
And the
Those are
Dow
my
and the
numbers.
S&P
Yeah,
500.
that's right.
They're up a little bit.
Up and up. That's what we know.
There you go. The Oilers, they did officially do it when they made the recall of Max Jones, Colton Dock, LTIR. Connor McDavid, his 19-game road point streak was snapped last night. However, Leon, he's riding a 7-game point streak of his own right now. He's got 15 points over that stretch. And I did have written down, if Nuge had a 2-point night, he would hit 800 for his career. Nope, that's not going to happen as he is back in Edmonton. Connor Ingram in the crease for the Oilers. Woo! As for the Blues, they are 7th in the Central Division, 28th in the entire NHL, but they're only 6 points back of the final wildcard spot, which I think says more about the Western Conference and the current state of that than anything. 6-3-1 in their last 10 hockey games. Injury list, 0 for the St. Louis Blues. They are 100% healthy coming into this game. And earlier, Brett showed you the head-to-head numbers, or the... Yes, Brett, you're making quite the face right now back there.
We have breaking news.
New lineup?
No, well, that literally just came through too. Non-Oilers news, excuse me, but from the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, chat's going nuts.
They announced that Austin Matthews sustained a grade 3 MCL tear and a quad contusion, and will be probably he will miss the remainder of the season.
Holy Radko Gudas might be the most hated man in, I'll say, central Ontario, maybe even all over Canada. I mean, you include obviously the Crosby thing. Wow, what'd you think of that one? It was
ugly.
It was an
Vicious
ugly
hit. And
ugly.
It should have been. It should have been a long-term suspension. Have we gotten an answer on what the suspension is? We knew that it was just via conference call, so it would had to be to a max of 5 games. This league does not protect its players very well at the moment. George Peros, I think, does a poor job in terms of player safety and actually handing out appropriate punishments. I think it's ridiculous, and there's no line. They're not being protected, and this should have been a long-term suspension. That is one of the dirtiest hits you can place on a player in a hockey game. So, I don't care for Austin Matthews as a hockey player. I don't like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gutless hit.
That's dickless. Dickless right there. We use it. That's going to be the word of the night again. Feel however you want to feel about Austin Matthews. Feel however you want to feel about the Toronto Maple Leafs. That was bullshit. That cannot be in the game, and especially from a guy like that he's got some history of making some scumbag moves out there on the ice. Once again, the Crosby one, I don't think that was intentional, but the questions need to be had. Back to the Blues need to know. Robert Thomas leads them in points. Now, let me ask you. How many points, let me not ask you because you would know this from the pre-scout. Brett, how many points do you think lead the St. Louis Blues for player points? For reference, they have played 65 games this season. Who is their leading point getter? How many does he have?
Robert Thomas with 43 points.
He currently
guys are big
has 43
readers.
points. Shout out to Brett as he has that. You guys doing your research. This is insane to me that this team has played 65 games. And yes, there's been a couple guys that have been banged up here and there. Wild stuff. So Robert Thomas is having an unbelievable season. He's tied for the team lead in goals as well. It's a 3-way tie. 3 guys with 15 goals. Nobody at the 20-goal mark yet this season. It's weird. Pavel Buchnevich, he's second on the team. So Thomas has been injured. He's been banged up. Buchnevich has played in every single game. He has 40 points to his name. Feels like he's definitely had a fall from grace. Remember a couple of years back, we really wanted him at the NHL trade deadline. Once again, he does play for the Blues, so who knows? The Blues, they don't score many goals overall on the season, although they have been a little bit hot recently. And then Joel Hofer is going to get the start for the Blues. We did just get new confirmed lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. I like what we see, and it's brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Download the app today. You can earn loyalty rewards points when you sign up on the app. Take advantage of their many, many awesome deals. Oodle Noodle, they are the best for a reason. Throw it up for me, Bert. We got what we wanted. Matt Savoy on the top line with Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. Your second line, change there as well. Podkolzin with Leon Draisaitl and Kasperi Cheeks clapping it. Your third, Josh Szymanski playing left wing with Jason Dickinson and Jack Roslovic. Your fourth line, Maximum Jones with Trent Frederick playing center. Adam Henrique listed on the wing. Be interesting. Watch how they dole out the face-offs between those two. Your deep pairings, Ekholm with Bush, Darnell Nurse with Connor Murphy, Jake Wallman with Spencer Stastny. Connor Ingram getting the start. Like that little bit thrown in there, 5-2 in his career against St. Louis with a .936 save percentage.
Can we quit trying to make Frederick a center?
Yeah, I'm not. I would, in my personal opinion, I feel like Freddie should be in that Szymanski role 100%. I've also liked what I've seen from Josh Szymanski on the fourth line. And, brother, Freddie's been solid recently for the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, you're still frustrated with trying to make him a centerman?
Yeah, I think it's been... I let Trent do what he's been doing, or elevate him to play in a third-line role like... perhaps we think he can do now. I don't know. I don't like that, whereas Henrique is a natural center. And I know his feet are... I don't like his feet. I know Brett likes others' feet. I don't like his feet. He's slowing down, Henrique. And so maybe he can't play center anymore, but at least he's played a lot more center than Frederick.
I really like that third line.
Szymanski, Dickinson, Roslovic.
Oh, I love that line. I think that may be a... I love that Come down
Great
to
feet on that line.
Dogpatch. Yeah, come down to Dogpatch if you want to see how much I love that line. No, again, you want to talk about feet? That is a feet line. God,
Yeah, you just keep backing
That is a
yourself into a
lower
corner.
body line.
Man,
Yeah.
that is a lower body
I will
line,
say
but I'm looking forward to it.
about Jason Dickinson. He did just score his first goal for
Big
the Edmonton
time.
Oilers last night. Textbook, fundamental, tip in, redirection in front, looking like Tim Duncan in the NBA. I say it a lot here, but I've really, really liked what I've seen from Dickinson, and he's been throwing the body, dude. He had 5 hits against Dallas, 4 against Colorado, 6 against Vegas. He had 2, I think, in his debut against Carolina. I was sold a bill of goods once again on Jason Dickinson. It was all about defense, great on the PK, great in the dot. Really, any offense is just a total added bonus for me, and he's exceeded my expectations. I liked what I've seen from him. But Matt Savoy, kind of bearing the lead here. He's going to play on the top line. I feel like I should be adjusting Bordzy's bankroll now because of that.
Oh, really?
And that is an area that I might want to also.
You're cashing out and re...
Oh, I didn't actually place it, so I wouldn't even have to do that right now.
Oh, look
Also,
at that.
can't wait for Brett to type Max Jones onto the wheel in just a couple minutes.
Added to the wheel.
Already done.
Even if it doesn't land on it, I might have to. I might have to
play.
a small little sprinkle.
We play the game.
Can you bet over 0.5 toe drags?
I wish.
Max Jones is definitely.
I wish.
Gonna hit
How many
that.
dickless chips did I? Over 7.5. I got over 7.5.
You know, Daily Faceoff has their own bets now on Bet365. If we could get our ONAD on there.
Oh.
Over 3.5 dickless chips at the zone.
Viewer discretion
Hammering
is
the
advised.
over. Hammering the over.
Jake
I don't
Walden
think
did
they would allow
himself.
that.
All right,
Terms
let's
and
go now.
conditions may apply. Yeah, we're not sure.
Applies to different areas. Okay, starting goaltender is brought to you by Dogpatch.
Yeah.
We're going to have an awesome evening tonight. I think we're going to have a couple suds, try and keep it together for Oilers Nation After Dark. We do have good history of throwing events down there at Dogpatch, Brett. We do tend to have successful, good outcomes. The last event we had was Brunch for Ben. The Oilers, we didn't get the result we wanted in that hockey game, but I'm feeling positive about this. Also, Friday the 13th, Menzies. Are we getting something spooky at Dogpatch, or are we getting something spooky at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis?
Hopefully it's spooky in St. Louis. You know, this was also the anniversary of the day the Earth stood still with COVID 6 years ago. Not a lot of good vibes with this date. Hopefully the Oilers change the narrative.
Time to change it at the Nation Night Out.
There we go. You can come down here. We do have a lot of disinfectant wipes down at Dogpatch as well. Shout out Rudy Gobert. All right, throw it up the tail of the tape between the two goaltenders. Time flies when you're having fun. We only got 15 minutes left.
Well,
in
are
this
they going
bad
to
boy.
play push once they beat Rob Thomas and the Blues tonight, you think?
Good
Match
one.
pucks, 20.
Scores.
26.
What's going on, Brett? Why are you making that face for me back there?
It's coming. The goalie graphics are coming.
There you go. All
It's
good.
here.
So
It's
Connor
coming.
Ingram, he got start for the Oilers. Toughest man, I know. He got ran over by Nathan McKinnon. He was not put into concussion protocol. Positive news. We got no Jari. And once again, you think of the last outing that Ingram had. He stopped 15 of 17. It was an 882. I thought he was much better than that. The Avalanche were a very good hockey team, and Ingram, de facto, even by default right now, is the number one goaltender for the Oilers. 892 save percentage on the season as a whole. 279. Yeah, baby. Taking on Joel Hofer, 905 with a 273. I mean, you look at that. Yep, we're not. I also like that we didn't throw the yellow on this, so it doesn't signal out that we have the not as good stat line for our goaltenders. But it's a good matchup. Joel Hofer in his last 5 has like a 930 something, has not dipped below 900 in either of those 5 contests. He is hot, hot, hot. And the thing about him, once again, Binnington and the Blues, I think everybody for the Blues was on the market at this year's deadline. If Joel Hofer, 25 years young, also Canadian, so shout out there, maybe next World Cup, World Championship, or the Winter Games. He could be up there once again by default type thing going on with Canadian goaltenders. He could make Jordan Binnington definitely expendable. Good numbers. Tough matchup tonight for the Oilers. He's been damn good.
Yeah, I mean, Hofer, if you really remove the first maybe month or two of the season, like he is well above average in terms of goaltenders across the league. So there's no free lunch in that respect for the Oilers. There's no free lunch in this hockey game in general. The Blues are feeling good about themselves. Hopefully a flat spot returning home after a nice win against Carolina, a game they did start slowly but put the pieces together, and a team that it seems to have come together as their captain and Shen and Justin Falk and others have been dealt away. So they seem to be feeling good. Look, they've got a good head coach. They're winning lately. They got a good starting goaltender tonight.
Have they galvanized?
I wonder where the welders are in St. Louis and whether they have been able to
A
galvanize.
couple greenhorns out there.
Yeah, how are they good with the equipment? That's what we want to know. And you know what, for the Oilers, it's okay to bring your hard hat and lunch pail and your work boots to a hockey game. Mix it up a little bit. Doesn't have to be a Picasso every night, Bordzy. As long as you get the job done, get those 2 points.
You know who's bringing his lunch pail and his hard hat? Vasily Podkolzin,
Yeah.
you know it. And who brought his lunch pail and hard hat last night? We didn't even touch on it. What did you feel at the end of the second period? When Connor McDavid started to get into it a little bit there with Ritz-Carlton, don't remember how to say his name,
Ritz-Covian.
I did remember how to say his name because I said I felt like every possible emotion at first. I was like, he just shot the puck at Leon, beat his ass right now. And then it was, oh my God, 97, do not drop the mitts, do not do that. Then I saw him bleeding his own blood at one point and went, hey, this might be a galvanizing moment here for the Edmonton Oilers, but felt like I felt everything in a 30-second span. Connor was pissed.
He was not happy. He was. I was about as upset as I've ever seen him. And you know what? Good. Get involved a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just a little bit like this. Mix it up. Pick on a younger rookie. Do that type of thing. That's fine. It's hockey, okay? We can't shy away from this stuff all the time. That's why I'm missing Doc. Doc was providing a little bit of this chippiness, and we were enjoying that. And it's too bad this LTIR situation, and hopefully it's not too long that he's out.
Trent Frederick brought some of that later on in the third period last night, which was good. And once again, when you're getting blown out that much, that is really the only move you have left. I said it was a tough image. Freddie was getting dragged, got the gate out of there. Leon Bichelle is literally laughing in his face, but that's what you got to do when you're getting blown out. Yes, Brett?
Did you see the Dallas Stars tweet today?
Yeah, Brett did bring all this in. I saw this. This. It kind of upset me, Brett. What'd you feel? Because I saw you were clearly affected enough to prepare some other images for the Dallas Stars.
I came with a presentation. The Dallas Stars posted this today where I was sitting there going, I think it's crazy that you're boasting regular season sweep wins when this is how your last 2 seasons ended. That was at home in Edmonton here.
Saw that game. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great game. Pretty good game.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, not too bad.
It was actually quite the nerve-wracking game, if I recall.
Yes.
David scored the most beautiful goal you'll ever see, and the Oilers sat on the lead for two and a half periods. Yeah, 14 shots.
And that was like Stuart Skinner masterclass,
yes,
right?
it was.
So that
was
was
like the greatest game of his life.
It was
Probably.
fantastic. That was 2 years ago, and that was the second time in the last 4 seasons.
Do you think he thinks about me like I think about him?
I hope so. It was like the second time in the last 3 seasons that Jamie Benn's season ended at Rogers Place, and then Connor just had to do it again last season. How could you be mad at
How
that
did they
face?
lose last year?
Which is great because they just absolutely set them up for an unbelievable.
Oh no!
Oopsies.
Get some, brother.
Now the Panthers did not chime in the chat.
Yeah.
They did not. They didn't tweet reply, right? Good.
The Oilers had
They
their
got other
reply.
things to worry about.
The Oilers put the video of
They let us have
Draisaitl.
that one.
Yeah. Let us have this
They're like, don't kick them when they're down.
because you
Don't
could
do that.
mention Matt Tkachuk and his
Thank
child.
you, Brett. Thank you, Brett. Oh. All right, let's go now to the away lineup.
We don't want to go there.
It's brought to you by GMC Truck Month.
Yeah, Truck
Shout out
Month.
to Truck Month, because that means it's your opportunity to get into a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab at 0% financing for 72 months. You're getting a 2-inch factory lift with off-road suspension, a powerful 5.3-liter V8 engine, and a commanding presence that demands attention. Hurry in to go see the Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab in person and take advantage of Truck Month before it ends. Brett, throw it up for me, what we expect to see tonight for the St. Louis Blues.
We have updated lines from Matthew DeFranks.
Shout out Frankie.
Oh,
Frankie.
The Franks.
Blues during their warm-up. Top line, Dylan Holloway with Robert Thomas and Jimmy Snuggerud. The second line, Jake Neighbors with Pavel Buchnevich and Jordan Kyrou to round out the top six. Your third line, you're seeing Otto Stenberg with Pius Suter and Jonathan Pergrin, I'm pretty sure. Fourth line, Alexei Toropchenko with Jack Finley and Oscar Sundquist. Deep pairings, Philip Broberg with Logan Mailloux. Theo Lindstein with Colton Parayko. Cam Fowler with Justin Hall. No Nuge out there to beat his ass. I just assume that's who that Hall is. I don't see that, but yes, either way.
So there's no
Nuge out there to kick his ass. Let's focus on that.
No Druin.
Damn it.
No Druin in the lineup.
He wasn't in the. Was he in last night's game?
Man, that would have been such a game changer in 2018.
Yeah, absolutely.
Druin?
Stop.
Druin.
Let's talk guys who we actually have to keep our eye on this evening.
How old do you think Jonathan Druin is?
30.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's it. He's
Is
the
he
oldest
actually?
30-year-old around. Like, it feels like Druin's been in the league for 10,000 years.
Is he at 95 as well with me? Don't
Yeah,
say
he's
that.
30.
That makes me feel.
Yeah, it was 2013
don't do that.
draft.
Why don't you check how old I am first before you come at me with that?
Jeez.
Jimmy
Check
Snuggerud.
yourself before you wreck it.
Snuggerud is 21 years old. He's in his first full season, I'd say, in the NHL. He's got 15 goals in 53 games. He was a first-round pick, 23rd overall, back in 2022. He's a part of that top line right now where, 11 goals, 28 points in their last 6 games. He's finding his way a little bit. 4-game point streak. I think he has 9 points over that stretch. The kid is hot right now. So are the other two guys on that top line. But Jimmy Snuggerud, get used to the name because I think you're going to be hearing it a lot over the next couple years in the NHL. Central Division, we were talking Wyatt Johnston last night and that he is, 23, 24 years old. He's an absolute stud that just keeps getting better and better. He's on alert here for me, Jimmy Snuggerud, that he could enter that category. We'll see. We'll see.
He's on alert. He's on Bordzy alert.
He's on Bordzy alert.
Okay. And as mentioned by Racket, Druin, he drew out.
That took me a second when I saw it in the chat. And now I get
Don't
it.
break eye contact. Don't break eye contact.
Lock in. Dial in. I don't care. I don't care if I'm bombing.
Jake Neighbors.
I don't care.
Jake Neighbors is a guy, like you look at the Blues, once again, I said 15 goals leads their team for players, and it's a 3-way tie. Jake Neighbors only has 14 this season through 52 games. I expected more from him this year in general, and once again, he's still young. He can still find his way next season. This really feels like a cursed year for the Blues, which is really weird that they're finding it right now, and maybe you can't take him lightly tonight or next season. Jake Neighbors, though, former Oil King. He's also scored some big goals against the Oilers in previous history. I know we've hosted some After Darks talking about some nasty plays that he has made, but we've killed enough time. We got to get to Bet365, Bordzy's bankroll. I didn't make any changes to it, so we're rolling with my gut. Whatever the moment,
It's ever ordinary.
at Bet365. Download the app. Use the promo code NATION, NATION. I have not actually placed this one yet, so I got to do that now. We're juiced up this evening. So my first one is a Connor Murphy, 2+ blocks at plus 100 on Bet365. If you notice, all three have plus signs. As Brett always says, we're plus chasing tonight. In his last 5, Murphy has 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 1 block last night against the Dallas Stars. Also, look at that photo. It was emo night last night at American Airlines Center as these two went head-to-head. McDavid, he didn't get any points last night, but Leon, quietly, 7-game point streak, has 15 points over that stretch, 2+ points at plus 105. That's juicy. I like it. And then, boosh, baby, 3+ shots on goal, plus 100. He had stopped shooting the puck for a little bit, But in his last 2 games, he's hit this. He also has 10 shots combined in those 2 games. Parlayed together, plus 700 on Bet365. If I threw in money line, this might even get a little bit crazier. We're not going to do it. Got to run the ball. We got to see this go through. Thoughts, feelings, concerns on Bordzy's bankroll?
We're block maxing, we're point maxing, we're shot maxing, so why not add a Max Jones anytime? Ooh, anytime that you want me.
Let me just see what that would look like
peek.
and the juice to do something like that. Let's take a
Come
peek.
on. Let's just have a look. Nothing wrong with
Once
looking.
again, let me know in the chat if you guys got anything for Bet365 this evening and what you're feeling out there.
I, of course, play the over because it's an Oilers game.
It's the Edmonton Oilers. If you're trying to find block shots, you go into same game parlay and then you scroll down. People always ask me that.
Anytime.
Okay, so I'm at plus 700 with that. And then if I throw in a
Anytime.
scrolling.
They don't have him
scrolling.
listed when I'm
There he
looking.
is. So he's plus 1,100 for an anytime. So that bet is plus 700 together. If I threw in Max Jones, it's plus 8,000. Oh! I'm not going to do
Rent's
that.
paid.
I'm going to take Max
Mortgage,
Jones out of
down
it.
payment,
Shout out there.
responsibly.
Okay, so responsibly, we're just going to do the plus 700.
Okay.
I want to be judged on that because let's let the wheel
let's let
take
the
care of it
wheel.
here for a second.
Sure.
Also, we have a new customized wheel.
Yeah, I
if you
saw
saw this,
that.
I threw the
Yeah.
logo on. A couple colors. Let this thing pop. If you're new here, Brett puts all 18 skaters for the Oilers on the wheel. Brett, give me a quick shuffle.
Thank you.
There it is. Like shuffling
damn
the
it,
cards. You
sorry.
keep shooting guns
I'm
every
sorry,
time
I
you
don't
do
mean
that.
to. That's what it sounds
First
like.
wheel spin is going to be for the first goal scorer in the entire hockey game, both teams. We will then remove that player. Second wheel spin is an anytime goal scorer for the Oilers. Brett, without further ado, can you spin that wheel?
Let's go. All right.
First goal scorer.
This is very
First goal
exciting.
scorer. Who do we got?
Ooh, sit,
Sit,
saddle,
sit.
saddle.
All
I love that.
Pretty.
I love that
Nothing
so
wrong
much.
with
Very
that.
pretty.
That's-
Leon Draisaitl plus 800 to score the first goal of the hockey game.
I've got a 9.
We like that.
I messed with it.
I like that a lot.
All right,
Okay.
removing
Pla-
Leon.
Placing. Placed.
Shuffling one more time for integrity. I'm not going to try it.
That's my card shuffle sound that I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's kind of close, but it just ends up sounding like guns,
It
which
happens.
I'm not going to do
It
with
happens.
the sponsor on. So.
Okay, this one, anytime goal scorer. Once again, chat, you can ride with us if you want, or just emotionally ride with us. It's a fun part about this as well. Brett, spin that wheel.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh,
Samansky?
settle.
Samansky?
Ooh, stay with the hot hand.
But
I dig it.
Colson.
I love this.
Oh my God.
Bankroll,
Can you dig
Bankroll
it?
had 2+ dry points. I like what I'm seeing on that
Can
second line a little
you dig
bit.
it?
Can you?
Hit the post last night.
This is so hot.
And you know, Podsy's hot. Podsy's hot right now. Anytime goal scorer, Podsy's plus 500.
Paris Hilton says, that's hot.
One night in Vasily.
Let's go.
We're feeling good.
Friday night.
It's going to be a good evening. Friday
Nation
night.
night out.
Down here at Dogpatch. Final question, score prediction, and then give me an anytime goal scorer that the wheel didn't already tell us.
All right, let me cap the game quick. Look, Oilers got to come out. They got to get off to a good start. They've been trailing 1-0 in the first couple of minutes of the last 2 games. Get out to a good start. Be playing in front. And quit chasing the game. Pucks in, pucks out. Simplify the action. Get the game's first goal. You win this game tonight 4-3. No, 5-3. It's got to be over. And I 4-3. It's too close for me. 5-3.
So there's going to be some goals. Brett, what about you?
4-2 Oil with an Evan Bouchard goal. Anytime goal scorer.
I'm going to go in this hockey game. The Oilers take care of business. They go back on that chartered flight. They have a couple brews. They have good vibes. They go 3-1 on the roadie. It is overall a success. Yes, Brett?
K. Waddy has a good point. I also have Darnell Nurse scoring an own goal.
Yeah, can we?
Well, yeah, that's minus 850. Like, why would you even?
Everyone's taking.
You got to put down a lot for something like that. I'm going to go a good old-fashioned dominant 5-2 win for the Edmonton Oilers. Matt Savoy will be my anytime goal pick on this one. Feel good about that, in a good spot. That's a place, if you're on Bet365 right now, lines maybe have not properly adjusted in time, pounce on that. Run, don't walk. And that will do it for us. Hope we see some of you downstairs in just a couple minutes at Dogpatch. I'm very excited for some food. I think I'm going bomb burger tonight. Have you looked at the menu? What are you getting?
I might tail you. I might tail your pick there.
Bert?
Got the Baker sandwich yesterday. Unbelievable.
Oh, no, I might do that. That was tough to watch you eat that in front of me last
Beer
night.
cheese on top. Oh, man, it's unbelievable.
That's why you should have bought your ticket when you could have. Sold out event tonight. We love you, though. Keep it locked on AR socials in general, because we do have more events coming up between now and the end of the regular season. Stay tuned, but also keep it locked on the ON YouTube, because we got Oilers Nation After Dark coming right after the hockey game. Hopefully breaking down an Edmonton Oilers W. Good luck on the Bet365 Battlegrounds. I hope we've got our mic issues fixed. I apologize. I love you all. Talk in just a bit. Peace out.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered, from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.